What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. I wanted to spend a little bit of time explaining to you guys my thoughts on why I think you should skip the living hell out of Aglaea. Now, if you're an Aglaea lover and you just want to pick her up because you like her, as usual, you're not the audience I'm talking to. The audience I'm talking to is the audience that has a finite amount of resources that can't afford to pick up on every single banner. They don't have the extra money to spare, or maybe even the time, whatever the case may be. What pull should I make smack the Herta or Aglaea or the Tribby that's coming right after her that's going to be broken? I'm talking to you guys. You want to make sure that you're using your resources quite wisely in the land of power creep known as HSR, where characters get power crept 2 patches later, and then some characters last much longer than others. Aglaea is one of those characters. After watching the early access of both Braxophone and Mr. Pokey, both of them did an exceptional job explaining the need-to-knows, the pros, the cons, and all that good stuff. I came to the immediate recognition that this character is just way too nitpicky, way too expensive, and all for you to do something that many other DPS are going to be able to do. She is a dime a dozen DPS that just needs too many things to function properly. Her energy pool is 350. That is the highest energy pool in the entirety of the game. And what's interesting is often when you have a large energy pool on a character, the devs develop little intricacies inside of their kit that enable you to manage that energy pool successfully. In the case of Aglaea, that shit is pretty much nowhere to be found outside of her garment maker attacking and her technique going into battle. Still not enough. Basically, inside of her base kit, it's nowhere to be found, but inside of her pay-to-win kit, it's everywhere to be found. In fact, the signature light cone is going to enable you to meet speed thresholds so that she can go as many times as she needs to before her ult expires. That's, in a way, circumventing the energy funneling problem because she's swinging more times. Her E1 quite literally gives her 20 energy every time she attacks and garment maker attacks. Again, killing the energy recharge issues. Now, when I look at something like that, I'm just like, that's a picky DPS. That is a pay to win DPS. That is a DPS that is purely for people who are just in love with her design and maybe even her play style, which for me, it looks like a copy and paste of Firefly. Subjectively, I think that shit is horrible. But apart from those things that I'm mentioning, there's even more problems or like requirements for this character to function. The speed threshold, you're going to have to make sure that that's faster than Sunday, right? Sunday, 160 speed. She needs to be faster than him, 161 speed in order for that shit to work out properly. Or Mr. Pokey and the other people that have been pitching that your Sunday's 134 speed and she is double that speed, which again requires you getting her over 160 something speed. And she only has 102 base. So it's like basically pick up the signature light cone or fuck off, buddy. It's like so many different things, right? And then there's another problem. The other problem is you don't have Sunday. Oh, well, yeah, skip Aglaea because she's not going to feel good. It's basically like every single character in this game, obviously, in this pay to win gacha game, they're inferior if you don't have their sig, right? But there's different levels, like there's different gaps of inferiority. Aglaea, if you don't have her pieces, she's just going to feel so ass. And what's unfortunate about that is you, the guy who picks her up because you like her, you're gonna have the E0 S0 Aglaea, and then a new DPS is gonna come out 2 patches later, 3 patches later, who knows? Casterus, right? Her baseline and the utility and tools necessary in order for her to function at E0 S0 are gonna be way easier than Aglaea's, and you're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be like, what if I just got this character? What's wild about all of this is I haven't even mentioned the context of this character. The context of this character is actually, it's horrible. You just probably, more than likely, secured the Herta, right? The Herta is way more free to play friendly than Aglaea. You only need 4-star erudition units like Serval or her robot version of herself, 4-star Herta, Himiko, who is a standard banner character you can get for free through the selector, or Jade. You might have already picked her, and if you didn't, again, it's not that big of a deal. The 4 stars hold it down for the Herta. It's insane. But Aglaea, on the other hand, no Sunday, no Scooby-Doo. Ooh, that's a mid-ass Aglaea. That Aglaea ain't gonna feel too good. So that's the problem with her. It's the fact that she just needs so many things, and she's a dime a dozen DPS. It's like, well. And then most importantly, right after her is Tribby. At the same time as her is Robin. Two very like paramount support units that are just like they're 100% going to be utilized on pretty much every character on your account, especially the meta that we're stepping into, known as these remembrance meta. They're going to be better DPS coming out down the line that are going to just outshine Aglaea. All that said, if you invest in Aglaea properly, if you're a sweaty try-hard meta slave, you're going to be able to make your Aglaea pop off. In fact, when she comes out, surprise, the new shiny toy is definitely going to be meta. But at what cost, right? You're going to pick up this Aglaea and potentially skip out on a Tribby? Brother, let me tell you something. Tribby? I know, if you don't like them little shrimps, I got bad news for you, buddy. That little shrimp's going to be fucking cracked, okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. You do what you want to do. But if I had to shoot it to you straight, you know, if I was the doctor you came to on your illness, I would straight up tell you, buddy, listen here, you got to put that Aglaea down. All right, don't worry about her. Skip the shit out of her. Save those resources for the next patch. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Put it this way, I just had a good idea. When you're picking up DPS inside of a patch, you need to ask yourself who the Goku, Vegeta, and Brolys are of that patch. Right now we're in Enforius 3.0 going into 4.0, right? That's going to be a whole saga. During that saga, you need to ask yourself, is my DPS Goku, Vegeta, or Broly, or is my DPS Yamcha, Tien, and fucking Krillin? When we look at this freaking this banner lineup history, the entirety of Honkai Star Rail, from 1.0 to 2.0, the Goku and the Vegeta were imbibed Lune and Jing Liu. Unfortunately, they immediately devolved into Krillin and Yamcha. Okay, it is what it is. The Goku of 1.0 to 2.0 and sustains was Scooby-Doo. Oh yeah, God damn, hold on, bro, getting off on a tangent. This little shrimp came out in 1.5. It's still valuable. God bless, that was a dynamite pick. Okay, getting back on, I might have to make a whole video about the best picks you could have made over the course of this game. All right, getting back on topic. The Goku of supports was Ruan Mei, right? Do we come over here to patch 2.0 to 2.7? Who were the Goku and Vegeta and Broly of 2.0 to 2.7? I would, without a shadow of doubt, Goku's Fei Xiao. She's even getting better with Tribby. I mean, I'm blown away by this, bro. Like, this girl is literally aging like the finest, California wine, bro. Holy. Then the Vegeta, debatably, is going to be Firefly or Acheron. Whoever you decide to be the Vegeta, the other one will be Broly. People talk a lot of shit about Acheron, but this girl came out in 2.1 and she is still T0.5 in 3.1. And what's wild about it is, sure, she can't zero cycle at E0S0 anymore, or E0S1 anymore. Sure. She's still two cycling everything. No problem. She's a fantastic DPS. And why is that? She's an emanator. I believe Fei Xiao's an emanator. She had that damn axe thrown down and blessed by the hunt path Eon god. I never was really clear about that. Lore heads can clear that up, but I feel like Fei Xiao is pretty much the emanator. The Herta, another emanator, right? These are the Goku, Vegetas, and Brolys, the emanators baked into their paths. They have a much higher probability to age like wine because their whole entire kits revolve around their paths. Erudition, you got that? Boom. Herta's gonna pop off, give the whole team crit damage. When they attack, she gets energy recharge. Team player. Fei Xiao, when the whole team attacks more often, batteries are up, her ult goes off. Team player. Acheron, Nihility units putting debuffs on them gives her, like, these are team player units. And this is how I look at my units as, ooh, that's a good investment as a DPS, because that DPS more than likely is going to come back around because they have to put more units down the line inside of those paths. Now there's a small little chance that those units won't work with Acheron or Fei Xiao or the Herta. Example, Dr. Ratio with Fei Xiao. Right? Herta, Jing Yuan. Nah, I don't know about that one, brother. That sounds like a little bit too many skills being utilized. So there are some chances of these units having, future units down the line just not synergizing with them. But then you got a unit like Aglaea where it's just like, no, everybody is just narcissists, right? Everybody bends to my will. They're gonna do everything I need, and I'm doing nothing that they need. Those are the units where it's like you got to be careful with those, because those are the kind of units that are generally going to age like milk. That said, I will say Aglaea, when she comes out, I think she's going to be T0. I think with the proper speed tuning and all the tools like the Sunday, the Scooby-Doo, right, the Remembrance Path, and then also she's going to be good with Tribby too. I think all that considered, she's going to be a phenomenal DPS, but at what cost, right? At what cost are we doing this? As I said earlier, it's just, there's no way to look at it. And once again, guys, you look at this context, bro, more than likely you picked up Sunday. And if you didn't, you're definitely skipping Aglaea. But even if you did pick up Sunday, you have the Herta, man. You don't even, you're going to save that Sunday for the Goku and Vegeta of 3.0 leading into 4.0, which it ain't going to be Aglaea, brother, okay? Yeah. Look at this right here, okay? The first unit to show is Aglaea. That means that's the first unit that's going to get power cracked. Okay, when we take a look at this beautiful artwork of all these Chrysos heirs, you know these units are going to be better than Aglaea. Mighty Most, I think he's a skip. Even though I'm picking him up, I think he's going to be another Blade all over again. He's just for the freaking people who love the Giga Chads and stuff. But bro's about to get skipped as well, right? These units aren't the ones that are really going to pop off. She's probably going to be cracked. She's probably going to be a fun unit. I don't know if she's going to be cracked or not. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I guarantee you Castris is going to be disgusting. This guy, he might have a bit of a plot armor due to who he is. That is absolutely March 7th. No doubt about it. That bitch is going to be the Goku. I'm going to tell you right now, this will be the Goku. She's going to shit on Castris. She's going to shit on everybody. I guarantee you, nobody will convince me that that's not March 7th right there. That is the Goku, and that's the DPS you want to bank on 100%. And I don't know who that is. Probably going to be better than all the other characters. And what we got, Sam 2.0 coming over here. 5 flops, good riddance. You get my point, guys. I'm just trying to bring y'all back down to earth. This is, I think that's Alicia probably. You are, once again, this is where you're not going to like what I'm saying here. This is where Mr. Pokey was right. This is where you could potentially be greedy and stupid if you pick up Aglaea, okay? Hey, I know it's a meme at this point, but in this regard, this is kind of what he was referencing. It's like there's gonna be broken units down the line, and you're fixating on the shiniest toy because it's right there in the hype, the FOMO phase, the pressure phase. Skip this bitch, and you'll thank me later. That's gonna wrap up all of my thoughts. Okay. Hey, at the end of the day, just recommendations from a content creator. But hey, I ain't shit. All right, I ain't shit but a bag of chips. Peace, love, and happiness. Catch you on the flip side.